we can continue with the company SysServe, Miss Pilarinou.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pilarinou. I'm here representing SysServe company. We will present iGarbs, iGarbs system. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing company and EMTI, Hub Foundation, and Scientific Park of Patras for giving us the opportunity to be here and present this project to all of you. What is iGarbs? As initial sound, it's an intelligent global athletic rating performance system. The actual need of this system was born when we realized the need to have a rating system in order to assess the current state and primarily the future state, the future condition and performance of athletes of all around the world of several discipline sports. There is no such a system. There are some monitoring performance systems, but we don't get a global view in comparison terms for all athletes from all around the world. So this need, in combination with the expertise from SysServe, led us to the development of this system. So iGarbs, what it really is, it is an innovative, intelligent, real-time rating performance system for elite athletes and teams, directed for both real-time monitoring and performing tests, measurement tests, under lab conditions in order to obtain large volumes of data and analyze those and create metrics and under an objective scoring engine present athletes on a ranking system. We will very quickly go and watch a video to see, to have an overview of it, and then proceed with some further description, further details with the presentation. I'll speak forward slightly.
Competition in sports leads athletes to overtrain themselves as they strive to improve their performance. As a result, soft tissues are suffering from injuries which could have been prevented. It is vital to integrate injury diagnostics in all sports, not only for identifying upcoming training overloads and injuries, but also for monitoring the appropriate recovery programs through an accurate follow-up. Sports analytics could be an important source for gaining insights of biomechanical movements. For example, the exact measurement of the musculoskeletal system in combination with blood analysis could provide valuable information on the recovery state of an athlete. Using iGarbs through plyometric, fatigue, and workload tests, basic measurements are obtained. Exercise intensity, training volume, counter isokinetic, and isoinertial are few examples of iGarbs measurements. All this information assists physiologists not only to design the appropriate rehabilitation plan, but also to guide trainers for the scheduling of a personalized training program adapted to monitor information.
Okay, skip some parts here. We go quickly to the function of it. How does the system work? As a matter of fact, iGarbs works in two modes. First of all, we have the real-time monitoring. In real-time monitoring, we have developed an in-house device which monitors several parameters, both kinetic and health-related sensors, collects those data, is connected with, streams those real-time data to cloud servers. Another aggregator collects data from other systems as well, dealing with daily exercise, data intake. All this information, all this data are analyzed by a bunch of artificial intelligence techniques, including neural networks, regression models, and all that information are presented on a scoring engine for all the athletes. Here we have the architecture. Actually, we can see the IR5, which is the device that we'll see very shortly. All the information are collected by the gateway, proceeded to a rules engine where they are assessed and they present the final outcomes on the ranking chart. iGAR's main features, sensoring. We have actually here the first prototype device that we can see with the sensors. The actual. Okay, that's the prototype. That's lab test. It's practically attached on sorts. That's not actually the real product, how it is. We have already designed, and we can see later on, a device. It's non-invasive, contactless. It includes EMG sensors, ECG sensors. It's one of the very few, if not the only, devices that have ECG sensors connected to very specific parts of the body after exhaustive search that we've made on people and get the feedback. That's where we get very good signaling. It has the device, it's all in a single part. It has advanced GPS and positioning, 9 DOV for those people who are aware of technology sensoring, and gives many measurements, health-related, position-related, kinetic, and many performance metrics.
Please remain on time.
Yes, I'll try. Okay, I'll skip some parts mentioning the personalized monitoring, global rankings. That's what actually is a primary target. I will very quickly go straight to the dashboards and devices. Here we can see, I'm just mentioning very quickly, there are many parameters and metrics presented on the system. These can all be presented and give valuable information to the athletes, their coaches, their teams, all professional bodies related with these athletes, other than just assessing and gaining information from just a plain ranking. We don't have time to see the metric tests. That's the prototype, I said again. Here are some lab tests that we saw how actually the sensors work. That is the final product. That's the device that we use for real-time monitoring. I should say that we have this device that gives in real time the insights of the performance of an athlete. There are personalized thresholds that are generated, that are triggered and generate warning signs when a problem occurs, aiming to prevent injuries.
We have to be fair with the other companies,
Okay,
so you have only 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll very quickly brief. These are the dashboards, very easy to play, drag and drop. Someone can navigate very easily. It's intended from a very plain and non-expertise user, starting just from playing sports enthusiasts up to very professional sport athletes. Detailed dashboards, several. Okay, readiness.
Some questions now.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual question is how are you gonna make money out of it?
Oh, there you go. It's very simple. Actually, this is a web-based platform. Everyone can log in. Every user, starting from an amateur athlete up to a club, a professional club with players, or a professional body who has to gain out of assessing information from the performance of players' teams. So it's very easy. It's very cheap. It has very low price. The device itself, the commercial device, is at the 1/3 of the commercial price of the competition, with multiple more characteristics. And there's a monthly fee for the subscription of less than 15 euros, $15 per month, which is lower than the current competition.
Can you tell us a bit more about the team that does the execution?
Yes, I didn't have time to present. As a matter of fact, this system was born within SysServe. SysServe company is a research organization, is a research innovative company. We deal mostly with e-health services, e-health systems, medical informatics systems, and well, we have Dr. Gotsis, we have people from doctors, researchers from University of Patras, from University of Leeds, Demokritos Research Center. Practically, we count on existing research, starting back from 2004, where we have already developed monitoring, screening systems targeted mostly for health purposes, though, but they've all been adapted on the specific needs of athletes.
How much have you tested?
Well, device, it has been extensively tested, to be honest, the device, on athletes. So far we have tried one basketball player and a football player, but the principle is pretty much the same for all athletes in the way they move and they act in the field. We actually assess their physical condition. There are quite few characteristics of the sport that differentiate from its case.
And what was the feedback? Did they feel the device?
No, not at all, because, well, this is just the lab, but the actual device that is in a case, it is strapped around the hip. We have specifically chosen the hip. That's where the largest muscle is, where it gives us real added value information for the kinetics, and we can have actual ECG signals. So we've chosen the sorts where it's a muscle area which is very discrete for the athlete, and it does not interfere at all with their performance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, our last company, Windy Week, Mr. Kotev Ivan.
Hello everybody, my name is Ivan, we come from Bulgaria, and I'm going to tell you a personal story. A few years ago, I got passionate about windsurfing. In order to practice this great sport, one needs a good wind forecast in advance. However, I was not happy with the wind forecast information available for my area, and that's how an idea was born. I quit my web-page job to create our own wind forecast application. What's the problem with the wind forecasts? They are not as accurate as they should be, and at the same time are mission critical for independent sports like windsurfing. Imagine a 4-hour drive to the beach just to find out that the forecast was wrong. This is anything but fun. That's why 9 million windsurfers and kite surfers all around the globe are highly interested in obtaining reliable and accurate wind forecast information. What's our solution to the problem? Our goal is to fix the wind forecasts once and for all by providing our own source of high-quality wind and weather information for any place on planet Earth. This is achieved by running a computer-generated weather model on our own, which data is then published to our application. Internally, we pull global real-time data, feed the model, and keep it running. Very few companies in the world do the same thing, yet our uniqueness is that we provide the so-called high-resolution forecasts, which means that it can predict pretty local features such as sea breeze, thermal winds, or funneling effects, which is something that cannot be found anywhere else. For the time being, we are also focused on areas where the surfers go instead of trying to satisfy everyone's needs. These two things are giving us major advantage compared to the big weather companies and our competitors. How are we going to make money out of this? It's a freemium model with subscription, so we give the basics for free but charge for premium features. Premium features include hyperlocal forecast or lake water temperature. What we have done so far, we launched in June last year, now having 25 paying customers out of 2,000 plus monthly active users. We currently operate in Bulgaria and Greece, and do plan to expand to more European countries by the end of this year. And the best part is, future plans include tapping into other multi-million user markets where the weather impact is a major factor. And just throwing an example, the capabilities of the technology allow for a snow powder forecasts down to a centimeter accurate for that particular slope in the mountain. Not resort, but a slope. 3 of us co-founded Windy Week. I have graduated in mathematics from Sofia University, so I'm familiar with a lot of concepts within the weather model. My father is also a meteorologist, so he's helping us shaping the forecasts. Nevin has graduated in software engineering and was working for a leading software company in Sofia, Bulgaria. Victoria has graduated in computer science and has a degree in business administration. We all have been working together for a couple of years and on a large amount of projects, so now we joined our efforts to build something cool and useful. Thank you.
Our last question is from the jury panel.